Hey everybody, I wanted to bring you a glamorous holiday tutorial, and please don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up if you like this look. It's a very dramatic, silvery, dark brown look. I think it's very gorgeous for this time of year. So let's get started. I am taking Too Faced glitter glue to prime my eyes, and this is an extremely sticky, tacky primer, and I'm just putting it on both my eyes, obviously, and this does make it a little harder to blend out your shadow. And right now I am using MAC blush in Fleur Power as my like medium mid-tone shade to kind of blend out all the work I'm going to be doing in a second, just because I like the way the pink plays off the darker browns and the silver in the look. And now I'm just coming in with a big brush to kind of work out the blending a little bit more than the E40 did. Now I'm going in with Handwritten by MAC, and I'm putting this on an angled brush. I don't know what number that is. It's a little miniature special edition MAC one, but it's just a fluffy angled brush, and I'm just working that in my crease and in the outer corner. And once again, the blending takes a little bit of time. I've cut a lot of it out, but with this look, you're just gonna have to sit there and blend and blend and blend because that primer is so sticky. Coming in with that big, it's the Dome Shadow Brush by Real Techniques. I'm coming in with that again to blend out that color, make sure everything's seamless and looking really nice. And this is one of the, oh, now I'm coming in with Platinum by MAC. It's a pigment and a E55 brush by Sigma. I'm just using what's in the lid. You need the tiniest amount. I'm tugging on my eye a little bit. I know it looks kind of creepy, but it just helps that pigment to sit just beautifully on the eye, and that super tacky primer is going to hold that pigment in place for you, because you can see I'm getting very, very little fallout. So I'm just putting that on both my eyes, keeping it below the crease, very concentrated on the inner portion of my eye, bringing it all the way to the inner corner. Now I'm using a pencil brush and the color Coconut Grove by Nars. I'm just working this in that outer V. Sorry, I got a little bit out of focus for that, but just really deep in that eye, that outer V. This really gives a beautiful depth to the look, and I really feel like it pulls it all together. Coming back in with that fluffy angled brush to just sort of work on blending that a little bit more with a little more precision. So I'm just gonna blend and blend and blend. That's the name of the game for this look. I really think this look is beautiful for holiday parties. If you guys try it, please tag me on Instagram or Twitter or wherever. Now I'm using a concealer brush and Vanilla by MAC. Sorry, I forgot for a second. And just putting that right under my brows. And funny story, I forget to fill in my brows in this video, so that's not cute. But the pictures that were at the beginning did have filled in brows because I remembered. Now I'm using my Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. Cute face, Leah. In what color am I? Cashew beige. And it does not match this color of my face, but it matches my neck and chest and the rest of my body, because I wash my face so much that my self tanner comes off of my face super fast. So my foundation has to be darker. Please don't kill me in the comments. I know it's not the right shade, but it actually is. So I'm blending that on with a Sigma F80 flat top kabuki brush and just working it into my skin. And it really does, this foundation gives you a fairly flawless finish on its own. I am not trying to cover up every single mistake, but just kind of getting there. Now I am taking the Maybelline Dream Lumi Touch highlighting corrector concealer thing in a pink shade. You can't really tell it's pink on the camera, I don't know why. And this Eco Tools, I call it my thumb brush, and MAC Pro Longwear concealer in NW20, and just tapping that in that magical, mystical Kardashian triangle highlight, make you look fabulous concealer method, and just tapping, and I'm tapping it so you don't really get a lot of lines, and it just really, I find it gives you better coverage. Now I'm taking my fingers and just smoothing everything out. I like to do this because I feel like it really blends it flawlessly. And now I'm using Diffused Light and just a little powder brush, just taking the tiniest amount to set that under eye concealer so it doesn't settle in any fine lines, but not enough to make it, you know, cakey. I hope you enjoyed that little dance. Now back to Coconut Grove and a pencil brush. And I'm just putting this on the like outer third, almost to half of my eye, really concentrating it out there on that outer part and then dragging just a tiny bit towards the middle, but not as concentrated in the middle. Repeat on the other eye because it would not be cute to walk out with one eye done. Both eyes, guys, both eyes. I mean, if you want to go out with one eye done, rock it, girl, but I like both my eyes did. So here I keep doing it. I'm really working on getting that to touch on that outer part where the Coconut Grove was. Now I'm taking Platinum in that same E55 and just tapping it right there on the edge and putting this in that inner tear duct area of my eye where you would normally put a highlighter. I'm putting that Platinum, and I just think this really is what makes the whole look pop and just make it glamorous and holiday and gorgeous. So just put that in that inner corner on upper, lower, whole shebang, get it in there, and then take that fluffy angled brush, and this is Soft Brown by MAC. Any sort of light brown color would work, and just blend, blend, blend. Don't be afraid to just get under your eye and just blend. I cut out a lot of the blending that I did because I spent a lot of time down there just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and as you can tell, I'm really focusing on that outer portion and not so much on the inner section, because if you go back and forth with the silver, it's going to move around and you're going to look like a raccoon. Now I am using Clinique's gel liner in True Black and a Sigma liner brush, and I'm putting a very thin line because I have hooded eyes. If you don't, if you don't have hooded eyes, I would recommend a winged liner. They just don't look good on me, so I don't do them. And with liner, the trick is, you can tell I pull my lid a little bit. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. The trick is very small strokes. I know it sounds wrong to, do little strokes to get a smooth line, but it does help. And now I have taken a pencil, any pencil you have, and dipped it into the gel liner, and I am tight lining and lining my waterline with black liner. Just doing that. And then I'm putting on my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I love this stuff. It is so good. I only put one coat on. If you really want to build it up for intensity, do 2 or 3 coats. They recommend 3 coats, and it is gorgeous. You really, truly look like you have false lashes on. So now I'm just putting it on the bottom lashes, because with a look this dramatic, when you have, color blown out underneath your eye, you really need to make sure you put mascara on your bottom lashes, otherwise they disappear and you look a little funny. Now I'm using the Nars Creamy Concealer in the color Custard, and I'm just covering up blemishes, and it's also a tad lighter than my skin, so I use it as a highlight as well. So I put a little on my forehead, some on my chin, around my nose, and then just on blemishes. And then I'm going to come in with a Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm just holding it and buffing it in really lightly. I'm not putting a lot of pressure, just buffing that in the skin, down the nose, through the center of the forehead, so it evens out that highlight from underneath my eyes. Buffing it around my nose, and then I go and I squeeze the actual bristles, you can see right there, and now I start tapping it over my blemishes. This way I get a lot more concentration of the coverage, and I'm not moving around my foundation, not moving the concealer around. It really sticks where I want it to go. And now I'm taking this big brush, I don't remember what it's called, and the darkest color in the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. I think it's iridescent, dim light, I think it's dim light. And I'm doing that in the 3E to kind of warm up my face. With a look this dramatic on my eyes, I always love to do something to just really make sure I'm bronzing and warming up my face. And now I'm taking the middle, kind of mid-tone shade and dusting it over where I put my concealer and just down the T-zone area to set everything. And now I have the Chocolate Soleil bronzer by Too Faced and the contour brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just going through and contouring. Because with, like I said, with a look that's super dramatic, you don't want to skip on bronzing and contouring. Your face will look really washed out. So you don't have to take it to the extreme that I did. I'm just showing you all the steps that you could possibly take to achieve a very dramatic look. If you don't want to go all out, you don't have to, but don't just completely skip it or you're gonna look kind of washed out. So I'm just putting it on my jawline and, you know, went in the normal underneath my cheekbones and around my forehead, and then circular motions to blend it out. And I'm blending upwards. You don't want to blend down, otherwise you're gonna look like you have a 5 o'clock shadow. And I'm not a boy, so I don't want that look. So just keep blending, and there, I think that's good. And you get a close-up of my super cute hair. Not really, it's just straight and I need to get it did. Now I'm taking that middle lightest color and a fluffy brush. You can use any fluffy brush you have. And I'm using it as a highlighter. And I love this because it is a highlighter, but it's very subtle. So it gives you that sort of glamorous look, but it's not going to be distracting from what's going on the eyes. And now I'm using Benefit's Rockateur, which is going to add a nice flush color to my cheeks. But once again, it's not going to be in competition with the eyes because your eyes are really your showstopper piece in this look. And you don't want anything distracting from them or competing with them. You just want to let the eyes have the show in this look. So I'm just dusting that back high up on my cheekbones. And now for lips, I'm using the Revlon Kissable Balm Stain in Honey. It's just a nice neutral color. And I think it's great for holiday parties because it does stain your lips. And kind of keep that color through drinking and talking and eating and whatever. So just color that on. And having my upper lip is like swollen. I woke up with a blister yesterday, so I look a little off balance. But this is the final look, and I hope you guys really enjoy it, and I love you and thank you for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you